We're here at Yeti's Grind with Chris Anthony as part of our Locals and Legends series on Fail Valley Live. And first question, Chris, what's your go-to when you go to Yeti's Grind?
This is my go-to place, of course, and I always get the mocha with oat milk.
Oat milk, okay.
Yes.
And then what do we got here in the
And
tinfoil?
then I usually switch around, but I usually get a burrito. This one's the chorizo burrito. I never get with the sauce, so I'm trying to stick to a diet.
Okay. I don't know why, because this guy gets out on the hill pretty much more than anyone I know. Chris Anthony is known as a local skiing legend, Warren Miller movie fixture for many, many decades, and now he's gotten into making movies on his own. But let's talk about those early years. So you were in, what, 28 Warren Miller movies?
Yeah, 28 in a row. I got to do one when I was a little kid, but when I got to be officially like an athlete in the film was 1989.
Okay.
And it's still, that was the fluorescent clothing and the mullets and the crop top and
Oh yeah.
bad hair and bright clothing.
And exciting skiing. I'm sure you're doing some hot dogging out there. Well, throughout the decades that you were with the Warren Miller films, I mean, of course, you went to some of the iconic ski resorts in the United States and Europe, but you also really went to some places off the beaten path. Tell us about some of those. Give us a little list of where you are.
Yeah, so I kind of got known as the utility guy. I was always willing to, it wasn't going to be about my ego or anything ever. I would do whatever it took to get to be invited to go do a Warren Miller film. I mean, we were not paid or anything. This was something that you volunteered to do, but I just wanted to do it. So one of the great stories of the 10th Mountain Division, and there is 1,000, but it was while they were in Camp Hale, and a group of them trekked from Camp Hale over the mountains to Aspen and partied in the Hotel Jerome. And it's known as the Trooper Traverse. So I thought that was like a great thing that maybe we could recreate. And so I started going down this road of trying to get that to happen.
And then more recently, you told the tale of what happened after their big battles in Riva Ridge, Mount Belvedere, and Mission Mount Maynard is now your film that you worked on for many, many years.
Many years. So a lot of people, because of Climb to Glory and because of all that, thought that I was a historian of the 10th Mountain, which I was definitely not. But I guess now I'm kind of one. But so a lot of people kept throwing me information about the 10th Mountain, their stories. And the one that caught my interest was a retired brigadier general in the Slovenian mountain troops that tracked me down in Italy to tell me about when the 10th Mountain Division was on the Yugoslavian border in 1945 and had a ski race. So of course that was like, that hit a mark with me. And I started going down that road of doing the research why they were there, which eventually led to a whole documentary on its own that I produced, wrote, edited, narrated, the whole thing. Even did the music for it. And that now, after 6 years, it became Mission Mount Vanguard, which I'm currently touring around. And it's a fun one.
Well, and it's fun too because it's educational as well, and that's a big part of what you do too. You have your youth initiative project that you started, and you've been going into the classrooms for decades also, but you want to give back to the youth and kind of instill, kind of spark that interest of the outdoors in the youth. Tell us about your foundation.
So about 28, 29 years ago, Colorado Ski Country asked if I would, in behalf of their 5th grade passport program, do school visits, like show and tell. And originally I was like, well, I don't know what to do. But I walked in there, and here I have all these segments from the Warren Miller films, and they are in different places around the planet. And I realized I could share these entertaining segments with the kids, get their attention, and take them on a cultural, geographical journey around the planet, which then started catching on, and schools requested. Eventually, 11 years ago, I took that one step further and became my own 501c. So not only can I continue to go into classrooms and provide this mentorship using all this great material that I have, including the story of the 10th Mountain Division, but now I can also bridge kids from some of those underserved communities and those low-income neighborhoods up to the mountains to get to enjoy the environment that we're used to. And through my fundraising efforts, of my 501c. So Mission Now Vanguard, for example, I'm touring and raising money in that effort. So it's all worked out in one nice circle.
It definitely has, and it's so fun that you still can be a big part of the Vail Valley and be on the mountain and everything. So, well, thank you, Chris, for your time today. It's such an amazing career. In what, about 30 short years, you've done quite a bit in your life.
I've been very lucky. I fell in love with a great sport, happened to be in a great spot. I was lucky to have a couple mentors that allowed me the opportunity to go film with the Warren guys, and it's been just a trek of survival, but one that I've been able to enjoy, and hopefully I've given back a lot.
You definitely have. All right, well, cheers.
Cheers.
I don't want your mocha to get cold. Or your burrito. Okay.
Exactly. Cheers.